Well, world, this week probably isn't anything particularly special for you, but for me, I'm gonna be saying goodbye to a lot of things. It is my last week teaching, and it is also my last week in Utah, so naturally, I will also be saying goodbye to lots of people very dear to me, saying goodbye to a lot of important places and memories. Next week, I will be driving to Massachusetts and to my new life. So today I'm gonna do two back-to-back episodes. One where I kind of farewell to teaching, and one as a kind of farewell to Utah, and also thank you for all of the great memories and wonderful times that I've had here. In my second episode of this channel, I gave a brief recap of my teaching career, but I mainly focused on this year and how hard it's been. And so I'm just gonna talk about what I love about teaching, what I'm really gonna miss, because despite all of the panic and anxiety attacks, as well as the pits of despair that I have fallen into along the way, it has really been amazing. I love teaching, and the main thing that I love about it is hanging out with my students and watching them have fun in class, whether it's physics related fun or not. I am super passionate about science, and I love watching knowledge kind of accumulate in my students, seeing their minds expand in that moment where they, oh my gosh, I understand, that's so cool. It is so fulfilling. And science related or not, I know some of my students are gonna go and do amazing things, which is really exciting for a teacher to just kind of realize, and I'm honored that I've been a part of their journey. Being a teacher is so special. I know that there are so many kids who walk out of my class and will probably never think of me ever again. And then there are the kids who come in on the last day of school and tell me that I'm their favorite teacher, that I have inspired them, and they've just like loved having my class this year. And that is the best feeling in the world. I'm like getting choked up just thinking about it. And for me, again, I love science, but teaching is not 100% about just getting the content in their brains. You know, like if a student comes up to me and they say, I've had so much fun in your class, or man, I feel so comfortable in your classroom, I really enjoy the atmosphere. That to me is a job well done. Just that they enjoyed themselves in my classroom. That kind of tells me that I've done a good job. And sure, I have gotten in trouble with admin before. Yes, I have just trashed a bunch of assignments instead of grading them just because I didn't want to. I am not the best by the book teacher, not by any means. But I made connections. I think that I helped kids feel better about themselves and better about the world, more comfortable, more happy. And as far as I'm concerned, that is a victory. Teaching has definitely made me a better, more open-minded and accepting person. From the beginning, I wanted to make sure that if a student came into my classroom and wanted to talk about anything, that they would be able to, and they would feel comfortable and welcome to do that with me. Teaching has also taught me a lot about the world, how the world is changing, and what people need to do to kind of keep up with it and make it better and not worse. I have experienced a lot of things, seen a lot of things, and felt a lot of things as a teacher that have helped me come to this conclusion. I have had students commit suicide. I've had students confess to me that they're thinking about committing suicide. I've had kids talk to me about coming out to their parents. I've had kids tell me about how they just got kicked out of their house and now they're sleeping in their car or staying at a friend's house. I've Also had plenty of students come talk to me about boy trouble. Every child is different, and every child is going through different things. And whether their biggest issue is finding a dress for prom or finding a place to sleep tonight, every child deserves love and a kind listening ear. Life is unfair to everyone, but sometimes it really kicks teenagers to the curb. But they are resilient, and with the right help and support, this period in their lives and all of the struggles that they're going through is only going to make them stronger. And that is so important to focus on, because these kids are our future. They will govern the world one day. We cannot ignore them or underestimate them. Some of my favorite memories from teaching have been obviously writing club. Those are my people. And that club was a place for students to come and find each other, to find a little community of quirky, imaginative kids that, you know, a lot of them didn't think that they would find friends like that. And that is something that I've loved about writing club, for one. I loved going to musicals and assemblies and just seeing how freaking talented these kids are. Like, dang, it's amazing. I loved having students come into my classroom and just like tell me about this dream that they had last night, and just weird stuff that's just like, okay, sure, thank you for sharing. Made my day. And you know, just like really fun labs with science, lots of fun opportunities there, and field trips. It's just been a party. It really has, like a stressful one, but it's been fun. And of course, I cannot say enough about the amazing people that I've worked with. Science teachers are awesome. I am so going to miss my science teacher buddies. We just like, you know, randomly at work have deep conversations about the universe and how it works and what things mean, and something weird will happen and we'll all gather around and talk about the science of how that happened and theorize about like which laws is this like demonstrating. We had tons of days where we were supposed to be prepping for like labs or class, and we'd end up just, you know, riding around the school on scooters or blowing up bottle rockets.
What? Okay. Ow.
Yeah, it's hard because it's like bubbling all over.
They're really just children too, just having fun.
Trying to hit that line. Oh, you hit it!
I'm gonna miss it so much. All of my fellow teachers have been so kind and helpful and fun, and I am going to miss those relationships a lot. I might not be done with teaching forever. I do really love it. And I'm considering doing a master's in creative writing, and maybe one day taking a part-time creative writing teaching job somewhere. That sounds really fun. So we'll see where life takes me from here, but wherever it is, I am excited. Please respect your teachers. It is literally one of the most important jobs in the world. And respect your children, because they will run the world someday. Cleaning up my classroom, getting ready to say goodbye forever. Sad. We need to change with it.
Attention students, 1204, room P1204.
Joys
Pick
of
up your
teaching.
yearbook. Thanks.
And interrupting announcements. Science teachers are awesome.
Attention
Teenagers. Gotta love them.